dreams do come true. The Casa Bonita. Finally here. In January this year, I noticed that the Amtrak Rail Pass, which gives you 10 rides anywhere in the Amtrak network throughout the United States and usually goes for $500, already a great deal, it was on sale for $250. So I bought it, and my very first trip using my Rail Pass this year was in March. I wanted to fulfill a lifelong dream and go from New York to Denver by train to visit Casa Bonita. Now, Casa Bonita is a classic restaurant in Denver, and a lot of my friends who grew up there grew up going there, but a few years ago, it was bought by the South Park guys. 40 minutes in Albany, and 25, 124. Let's see if there's a little bathroom somewhere. I live in New York, and you can't exactly take the Amtrak directly from New York to Denver, so I split my trip up into two legs. One was going from New York to Chicago on the Lakeshore Limited, which leaves New York around 3:40 in the afternoon and gets into Chicago around 10 o'clock the next day. In between, you have a couple of fresh air stops. Our first one was in Albany for about 30 minutes, where, as you can see here, our train literally was joined with a train coming from Boston, and together as one big long train, we went to Chicago. This is so cool. Our next fresh air stop was in Cleveland. Cleveland. I wasn't 100% sure that I would be able to do two super long train rides back to back, so I broke up my trip with a 36-hour layover in Chicago. I met up with a friend for lunch, I stayed in a hotel, and I think actually this is the first time I've laid eyes on Chicago Union Station. It is beautiful, stunning, breathtaking, and I've been to Chicago a couple of times before. I always forget how much I like it. It's a city that always looks like it's in a pretty good mood. It's so clean, it's beautiful. It's this quintessential American city. And the next day, I was back in Union Station. I got the California Zephyr, which leaves Chicago around 2 o'clock in the afternoon and gets into Denver around 8 o'clock the next morning. The length of the ride is about the same as from New York to Chicago, but the experience is pretty different. The trains are very different, and mine was a lot more crowded. First fresh air stop. My favorite thing about land travel, and specifically train travel because I can't drive, is that you get to see parts of the country you would never ordinarily lay eyes on.
For the time being, we will make an announcement over the PA when it's safe to detrain.
Another drawback of not being able to drive is that I have never been in or near a Buc-ee's, and I have watched all the Buc-ee's videos and heard all the Buc-ee's lore, and I've been dying to go to one. So when I saw that there was one about a 45-minute drive from Denver, on a whim, I knew I had to go, so I ordered an Uber and I asked them to take me to Buc-ee's. I think the driver must have thought I was nuts, but it was so worth it. The next day, it was finally time for Casa Bonita. My reservation was the first one of the day at 11 a.m. When I'm going somewhere alone, especially to a restaurant, I kind of like to go off of peak hours, and getting there first also means you get to see everything before it's crowded and full of people. Hi, yes. I have a table on the terrace. I'm really early. I'm at like the 11 o'clock reservation, but I have a table on the terrace overlooking the band. which is, it's amazing in here. It's so much bigger than any video lets on. 5 seconds in to Casa Bonita, and I'm already giddy because it is so immersive and so sensorial and so fun. Plus, the nachos I got for lunch were delicious. The sopapillas were amazing. I went to go see Sorcerer the Magician. He was so funny. The show was so well done. I think I watched The Cliff Divers like 1,000 times. Once you get in to Casa Bonita, that ticket price covers so much. I think I paid like $34 for lunch, but it also includes all soft drinks that you drink whenever you're walking around and you want like an iced tea or a Diet Coke or something. And there are so many nooks and crannies to explore, so many shows, and so many moments of surprise and delight. And of course, Cartman gets his own table because Casa Bonita is his favorite restaurant. I love South Park, but I wouldn't consider myself a super fan. But if you are a super fan, you will find tons of Easter eggs from the show at Casa Bonita. Okay, that's it. I'm good. I have to leave. I've been here for 3 hours. It's amazing. Totally worth it. That's it for my trip to Denver on the train. I had a great time. Thank you for joining me. In case you were wondering, I flew back to New York the next day on an airplane.